Atonement is getting a lot of Oscar buzz because it racked up 7 Golden Globe nominations, including Best Actress for Keira Knightley. Early Show national correspondent Tracy Smith sat down with the young star.
Who are you wearing?
I'm wearing Valentino with vintage Cartier.
If there really were such a thing as a charmed life, Keira Knightley, it would seem, is living it.
You've got a lot of jewels too.
At age 22, she's already fought her way through a series of highly successful pirate movies.
Drop your weapons!
Her role in a Jane Austen romance
Can you dance, Mr. Valentino?
Not if I can help it.
picked up an Oscar nomination. And she's now up for a Golden Globe for her work in her latest film, Atonement. Even in a business of beautiful people, Keira Knightley's human imperfections are so tiny, she feels the need to point them out.
I've got wonky teeth.
You have what teeth?
Wonky. Do you not use that word over here? What does it mean? I don't know, they're not straight. Apparently.
However wonky her teeth may be, they haven't slowed her down.
You do know what I'm talking about, don't you?
In her new film, Atonement, Knightley plays Cecilia Tallis, a haughty socialite who was ultimately transformed by love and duty during World War II.
I completely fell in love with her the first time I read the script.
Really? Even though it's a departure for you.
Yeah, it is.
A darker role, would you say?
Yeah, it is. I mean, I think I wanted to do something that was more challenging. I think every role is challenging, but I definitely wanted to do something that was very definitely a woman as opposed to a girl.
You idiot.
The fact that she was difficult, the fact that she's sort of on edge and not particularly nice, I thought was really appealing.
But being a real-life movie star is not without its challenges.
This has been quite a year for you.
The more successful Keira Knightley becomes, it would seem, the more intense the scrutiny.
I'm not comfortable with it. I think I can safely say I hate it. I think it's the idea of being watched. It's sort of 24/7 surveillance. I think it's a very strange voyeurism. It makes me feel dirty. I don't want to be a part of that.
There also have been countless stories about you and your weight. Oh, she's too skinny.
Yeah.
How do you handle those?
You know, with that one, there was one particular article in Britain that was pretty horrendous, and I didn't read it. It was my agent that just said, all right, this is one of the worst things that I've ever seen printed about anybody, and I think you have to do something about it.
So you sued?
So I did.
Knightley sued the London Daily Mail and won for an article suggesting that photos of her skinny frame inspired anorexia.
You know what, here's the thing. So you talk about all these things that you were insecure about. So how can an insecure young woman pose naked for Vanity Fair?
Because why not? I kind of do want to look back at myself when I'm 75 and go, look, I did that. I don't know, I thought it was a giggle. And no, I'm not completely comfortable with my body. But I think at some point you go, okay, either I'm going to be frightened of this or I'm going to do it.
She was equally unclad in an ad for Chanel. As immodest as all this may seem, Knightley makes a point of being, well, modest when it comes to her success.
Do you ever step back and say, how did this happen?
Yes, I think luck is the answer. I mean, I have been very lucky. I'd love to say that I deserve it, but I probably don't.
You can't.
You never know what films are going to work.
Don't you know?
And what's going to capture people's imaginations.
I'm not going to give it up.
And I've been lucky enough to be involved with quite a few films that have.
Whether luck or skill, Keira Knightley has reason to smile, wonky teeth and all. For The Early Show, Tracy Smith.